I want to make this video brief and sweet while this is still fresh in my mind. Work is something that has been around since like the dawn of time when man first came into existence. Work is something that goes along the lines of I will do this for you, and in return you pay me money, or you pay me with animal skins. You give me some form of payment, and then we have met each other in the middle. We're both on the same level, and the deed has been met or paid or whatever. So work has always been around, right? And something that's been eaten at me since I got home March 18th, a little over a month ago, something that's been eaten at me is what am I going to do for work when I get out of school? I need to have work in order to earn money to pay for my loan and to survive. Um Here's something that I find interesting. And I don't mean that in a negative way or anything. I just find this interesting. Even with myself. So many people, my age, older, and younger, think that work needs to be something that you love and you are willing to do every single day and give everything else up for. Work has been around, like I already said, since the existence of man, really. I do a chore for you, and then you give me some form of payment, and then we're both good. Work originally was created or designed or whatever as a way for you to survive, to live, to earn things that you didn't have by doing things that you could do, like labor or something. Uh, Work has always been around, but only in the past century, only in the past 100 years, we'll say, has the message kind of gotten twisted. And a lot of the times, I myself will fall for this. I don't know if it's right to call it a trick, but a lot of the times I will fall for this illusion of smoke and mirrors. The illusion of smoke and mirrors with work is that you need to have a job that you love and you need to love every single part of it. If you even have one moment, one iota of a moment where you don't enjoy what you're doing, then you need to quit and you need to leave and find something else. That's the message that so many people put out there. And a lot of the times I'm even guilty of falling for this message. And it's not like it's not even people in person who will portray this message. It's the internet. It's everywhere you see it. I, for example, would love to have a career slash life in theater, in the performing arts, helping backstage, technical stuff, like backstage and on stage. I want to perform and be an actor, but I need to have more acting experience. I want to do voice acting. I want to do film acting. I want to do all these things. I don't want to be famous, but I like acting and I love theater and I love all these things. It makes me so happy. So I want to have a life in that. So naturally, I told myself, okay, well, if you want to have a life in that, then you need to look for jobs involving that. So I'm like, okay. So I open up my computer, I do all the crazy stuff. But every single time, this has always been a thing with me. Every single time I have ever gone online or in person to apply or check out a job opening, I get this yucky feeling inside. Maybe you can relate to it. It's like this feeling of doubt, this feeling of anxiety, this feeling of failure. And I'm not saying failure is bad. Failure is very good. Failure is the number one ingredient in success. But it's like you have to fail in order to succeed. 100% true. I agree with that so much that I would get that tattooed across my chest. But there's also a fine line between trying and trying again. If every time you get knocked down, you get back up, you try and try again. There's a fine balance between that and trying over and over and over and over and over at something, never getting it, and then next thing you know, you're fucking old and you've passed the window gap that you had. You're no longer in your prime, so at this point, if you did get it, whatever it is you were chasing, let's say a job in theater, if you did finally get it, at a very old age where you're not able to move around or whatever, or maybe your morals in life have changed, your values. At that point, it's like forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, Maybe I'm like over analyzing this. I don't know. I'm getting my thoughts out there because I really want to talk about this because it's something that's always been with me my entire life. I have no issue working whatsoever and earning money because you need to earn money in order to survive and live. And there's a fine line between those two words, survive and live. Survive means you are taking in this day and age, we're going to say money. You're taking in money and you're using that money to pay your bills, your rent, get food, get gas, all that. That is what survival is, using the stuff that you earn for essential needs. But to live, using the money you earn to live, that means having fun. That means living. You feel alive. You feel great, you know? But you can't spend too much money or time or energy on one or the other. It needs to be right in the middle. That's why I always tell people, I'm actually going to trademark what I'm about to say because I am very convinced that I came up with it. I'm very convinced that nobody else in the world has come up with this. Okay, maybe that's stretching it a little too far. I'm convinced that nobody else in my town or even my state have came up with this. I never met anyone in Florida who came up with this. So I always tell people that in life, the big two things that you always need to be conscious of in life are happiness and financial stability. Fletcher Delaval, trademark. Fletcher Francesco Delaval, trademark. Happiness and financial stability. Those are the two, in my opinion, two of the most important things in life. The big boys, the big bang. If you have those two things and they're balancing each other out, not canceling each other out, but they're like balancing that scale, then you are golden. Financial stability, that falls under the category of survival. Happiness, that falls under the category of living. You know what I'm saying? I'm like kind of jumping all over the place with this. So every single time that I've ever gone to apply for a job online or in person, or just check out a job offering, I get this yucky feeling inside. Excuse me. Now, I've paid attention to this feeling that I get, and I actually, if you're wondering what I keep looking at, I'm looking in my mirror, which is facing down Main Street because I don't want to have people walking by and go, ah. I've noticed that when I'm applying for a job that I'm strictly applying for because I just need a way to earn money versus applying for a job because I need money, but also because this is like my passion. I want this job because not only does it pay, but it's also my passion. When I'm applying for both different jobs, I notice I am a lot more chill and not full of such anxiety and hyperness when I'm applying for this job. Because with this job, I know in my brain, I'm strictly going after this job for money reasons. I need money to be financially stable and to use what I have left over after paying my bills and rent and everything to have fun and be happy. So this is a very important job. Get that. But whenever I'm applying for a job or looking at a job that is a paying job, but it's a paying job in something that I love, there's a lot more on the line. There's a lot more at stake. And I get very nervous and upset. And then I tell myself, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want to apply to this job because I'm so scared that I'm not going to get it. Well, that right there is something that I need to get past. I need to accept. I preach to people all the time that you need to fail first in order to succeed. So I need to grow a set and I need to apply for jobs that I enjoy for the money and because it's a career thing. And I need to accept the fact that there are no guarantees in life. I might fail and not get hired, but that's okay. Try again. Like I said earlier, though, there's a fine line between trying over and over and over because you just don't want to give up, and then trying over and over and over again because you are stupid and can't take a hint that you're never going to ever be good at this. I think I'm trying to think of everything I've said so far because I'm trying to make this video make sense. I think that in life, sometimes I'm too much of one thing, sometimes I'm too much of the other. God damn it! I think that As somebody who's getting out of college, not so much high school, but it could be, but mostly for somebody getting out of college in my position, I think that the first priority should be, and this is not just for you watching this video, this is also for me. I think that the first priority should be to get a job, any job, that pays the bills. Okay? It does not need to be your dream job. You do not need to be doing what you love. Just take a job, any job that pays money and gives you good hours. Okay? And then just ask yourself after working there for like a month, do I hate the job? Do I love the job? Do I tolerate the job? Does it give me good hours? Does it give me bad hours? You know what I mean? You don't need to love the job. You don't need to love who you work with. But if it's a 5-day a week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 job, and it's giving you money to pay for food and rent and gas and everything, and then after you pay for those things, you have some money left over that you can put away to save, and then maybe take a little bit of that money that you put away to save and then use it to do something fun, which is living, happiness, financial stability, happiness. If that's the type of job it is, where you tolerate it, you don't hate it, but you tolerate it and stuff, that is okay. Stick to that job, because a lot of times, I'm going to have to look back on this video and listen to myself to really, smart myself the fuck up. A lot of times, I am very guilty of doing this. I will not go for a job because I will think, oh, it's not what I want to do in my life. I don't want to do that. And it's like, Fletcher, wake the fuck up. It doesn't matter whether or not it's your dream job. It gives you money to pay the bills. If you're working at fucking McDonald's, then fucking work at McDonald's if it's paying the bills. And then take the money that you make after you pay your bills and stuff, and your student loan and your rent. After all that's paid, take your money that you have left over and save up to do something fun every few months or once a year or something. Maybe more than once a year, every couple months. Or go do something fun on the weekends or when work is over. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think if I did get everything. I think that when it comes to work, and I have to keep reminding myself about this, because a lot of the times I will fall for the smoke and mirrors blocking my view, and then I'll have to just break that fucking mirror, get a fucking leaf blower, and I'll have to blow away that smoke to look beyond that, because beyond that, do you know what the truth is? Beyond that, the truth is work is work. It's not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be your dream job. It's not meant to be anything. Work is designed to give you money to pay for things so you can survive and live. After you have paid the bills to help you survive, then you take what's left over and then you use that money as fun money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times I think to myself that if I cannot get a job doing what I love and have a career with that, then that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm not just telling you this, I'm also telling myself this, because if you tell yourself something enough times, then you will believe it. And I do truly believe that this is the truth. I believe behind the smoke and mirrors that work is not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be shitty, but it's not meant to be fun. Work is designed so you can earn money to live and survive. Same with school. It's not meant to be fun. It's meant to educate you. Sometimes it can be fun, and sometimes work can be fun. They're not meant to be horrible all the time, but they're not meant to be fun all the time either, So many people these days, especially millennials and Generation Z and people around my age, think that work needs to be fun all the time. And I have to step back and remind myself, I have to slap myself and be like, Fletcher, work is not designed to be fun. It's not designed to be hell, but you gotta just earn money. And then in your free time with that money that you've earned after you've paid your bills, use that money to go and do something fun. And then you will find what you love, and then you will build a career, because you don't necessarily need to have a job doing what you love in order to build your career. You can build your career as your side thing. You know what I'm saying? Just know when to blend the word career and job together. I've said so much stuff in this video. I hope any of it made sense. Under 15 minutes. Wow, I'm proud of myself. Okay. I love you guys. Jim! Friend of mine just drove by. Okay, I'll see you later. This is going to be a new vlog. Not sure what to call it. Bye!